Hello and welcome to GrindslimeTV with me, your host Aaron. And today, after yesterday's New York death metal video, I've got on a bit of a New York kick. So let's fast forward another year from yesterday's Effigy of the Forgotten and talk about Onward to Golgotha by Incantation. Bugger me blind. What a record. Absolute essential listening. There's the boys on the back there, as you can see. There's John over there, hiding his face and his glorious, glorious eyebrows. And let's have a little look on the inside here. You've got old Craigie boy doing his thing. All your lyrics and whatnot. Very cool kind of lyrics as well, you know, sort of a blasphemous kind of stuff, you know, with blasphemous creation. There you go. There's the word right there in front of me. You know, death. Stuff that's sort of rotting and stuff, you know, all the cool stuff. There's Ronnie Dio there, not Ronnie James Dio, obviously, but a different one. There's John once again, hiding his face / eyebrows. But that could be one of his eyebrows. I don't know. I'm just kidding, John. He's a great guy, very, very nice, very kind person. And there, of course, you've got old Jim Rowe doing his thing. And then you got your cheers, thanks, and fuck offs, which is all you really need, isn't it? Now, this is a particularly special record because this could be one of the heaviest records, I think, in my personal opinion, to come out. I mean, let's just look at some of the tracks on here. I mean, Devoured Death, absolute banger. I mean, my favourite tracks on here are probably Unholy Massacre, Christening the Afterbirth, Immortal Cessation. Yeah, probably Devoured Death as well. Writing Spiritual Embodiment. I mean, they're all absolute bangers. You can't really go wrong. But Entrapment of Evil as well. And I mean, obviously, like when it comes to Incantation, my favourite gear by them is the demos, particularly the one with Will Rama. Absolutely fantastic demo. I think I've showed that on here before, right? I showed you my demo bootlegs. They've got some like live stuff and some other bits and bobs that I showed you. So all cool stuff there. Got a sick ass looking CD there, look. Oh yeah, it's very, very cool. But what I love about this is that it brings that sort of doom element into it as well without being a straight up doom band. This is some very cool death doom stuff, but definitely a lot more. This was back when they were leaning a lot more into the death metal side of things. I mean, the doom element was still there, don't get me wrong, but definitely like 70 death, 30 doom, I'd say, in this sort of thing. And you get some great stuff in here, man. I mean, you get the old keyboard every now and then as well. And you know how I like my keyboards, you know. I know old Dawn of the Dead from Nunslaughter doesn't like his keyboards, but that's okay. He doesn't have to. But I think they add a little bit of weight to the sort of mystical, dark sort of sound, and these guys just nail it on this record, I'm telling you. But what's cool about this record as well is that this is the one that also comes with the DVD. Oh, yes, and you get 3 live performances on there. They're not the best quality because, you know, they were filmed from like, I think that was all filmed between like 91 and 92. But that's absolutely fine. You get a Necrophagia cover on there as well with the song Bleeding Torment, which is always cool. But it's a great little look into sort of the past of Incantation. Now, the first 2 sets there, which are, because you get the Cell Block show, the Studio One show, and the Flashes show. Now, the Cell Block show and the Studio One show are both up on YouTube. I quickly checked earlier. But the Flashes one, I don't believe is up there. So you may have to get the DVD to enjoy it. I know I certainly do. But yeah, absolutely essential death metal right here. And this really is like a... this is like a little trip back in time to really show you what was going on back then and how... at the same time, a trip into the future, because this, back then, the sound was, some say it's a product of its time. I think it was ahead of its time, you know. I mean, granted, I weren't around back then, but listening to like the back catalogue of bands that are out back then, I think these guys really did a great job making their own sound and sticking with it too. You know, there's a lot of bits on here that I still hear on their later stuff. You know, my second favourite album. This is my first album, my first favourite by a little pinch, but their record from 2020, Sector of Our Divinities, I think is an incredible record, absolute masterpiece. I think it's my second favourite Incantation record, and there's stuff that I hear on here that's very reminiscent to the stuff on there. So, you know, almost 30 years later, and they're still sticking to what they do best. And I think that goes to show the testament of a band like Incantation, you know, and the fact that they're genuine metalheads as well. They don't just walk around saying, yeah, I listen to like Nasty Savage, and that's pretty much about it. You know, like a lot of these bands do. No, these guys, they're into the shit. They like it. You know what I mean? You get that really crazy artwork, that sort of surreal expressionism thing going on. So it kind of looks like a human ear up here, but it's actually, when you look, there's fingers, there's teeth, and there's some sort of metallic sort of limb or something with the crucifix impaled into it. So you've got a bit of a reflection there, but sort of mixes up that kind of, I don't know, just sort of, it really plays on the whole sort of pareidolia kind of thing. And who was it? Was it Miriam? Was it? Let's have a look. Oh, Moran. Yeah, Moran Kim. Yes, I was close. Is it Miran Kim? I don't know. Maybe you guys know. But absolutely incredible stuff. Nice low tuning, not too low. I think it's like C or something. So you get a very sort of mountainous sound without losing any of the clarity or treble, because that's what a lot of bands forget as well, is that guitars are treble instruments. Okay, and this just perfectly just has that dirty, disgusting kind of sound to it. It's just absolute mayhem, and hearing is believing. So if you haven't checked out Onward to Golgotha by Incantation yet, make it happen. Most of you will have, but like I say, you know, there's every video, the first video, and there's kids getting into this all the time, you know. So in fact, I went live about a week ago, and there was a young man in there who was very new to death metal. He only really knew, in his own words, the only extreme metal bands he knew was Cannibal Corpse and Meshuggah. So me, Nate, Ross, and a handful of others, you know, we're educating the young man. And if you're watching this right now, Incantation, Onward to Golgotha, make that happen. So that is it from me today. Support the underground in your local record store, and I'll catch you on the flip side.